nominee is Judge Vallone Jr. Judge Vallone resides in Astoria. He currently serves as a judge of the Civil Court in Queens and is assigned to the Criminal Court. He also serves as a court examiner for the Appellate Division and oversees over 100 guardianships. Previously, he served as a New York City council member and helped draft some of the toughest graffiti laws in the nation. Your Honor, you care to make some comments to the committee?
Thank you very much. First of all, thank you to the governor and all his staff. Thank you all. It is such an honor and a pleasure to be here with you all today. So many of you who I've worked with before. In fact, Senator Lanza and I were former district attorneys together, assistant district attorneys, and council members together. So many of you that I've worked with on different projects through the years as public servants. So it's really a pleasure and honor to be before all of you. Toby, one of my local senators, as you said, just to correct, I'm no longer a court examiner. That's well in the past. That's probably not legal for me to do both. I just wanted to make sure.
You won't get in trouble. It's
okay. But I am sitting right now in Queens Criminal Court as an elected civil court judge with a long background in public safety and criminal justice, not just as a prosecutor, but also 10 years as a defense attorney. Worked as a public safety chair overseeing the police department and the district attorney's offices. Also worked with the governor for 2 years, working on parole issues throughout New York State. So I love what I'm doing right now as a judge, and I look forward to this, and I really do thank you for your kind attention and consideration.
Thank you. Senator Lanza.
Thank you, Chairman. Judge Vallone, it's as always great to see you. I have the pleasure of knowing Judge Vallone for decades now. In fact, I've been following him around for his entire career, not stalking, but following. When he graduated Fordham Law School, that's when I entered Fordham Law School. Right when I started at the New York County District Attorney's Office, Peter left, but we finally connected at the New York City Council, where I had the privilege of serving with someone whom I believe to be, to this day, one of the finest members of that august body ever. He really distinguished himself there as a council member, as a tireless advocate, really for a whole host of important issues, law and order, but really quality of life issues that he tackled, and always in a nonpartisan way, put the people first and delivered results. There was one experience I have that I'd like to share with this committee, together with Judge Vallone, not the one you're thinking about. I should get to that. We actually had the displeasure of sitting in judgment of a colleague in the city council together as members of the ethics committee. We were the only, I believe, 2 lawyers on the committee, certainly only 2 former prosecutors on the committee. It was the first time that something like this had occurred, so there was no framework, there was no model, so it was left to Judge Vallone, primarily, and myself as the Republican ranking member, to come up with a process. And it was difficult for a myriad of obvious reasons, but also because we sat as both the fact finder, judge, and jury. It was an awesome responsibility. As I said, not a very pleasurable one. I have to tell you that I watched this man really approach what could have been a less than positive experience with thoughtfulness, wisdom, and intelligence. We served for many hours, many weeks, and many months in judgment of that colleague. And that is something for me that I will never forget about Judge Vallone, where he really showed himself not only to be an outstanding public servant, but an outstanding human being who I know is going to be an outstanding Court of Claims judge. It is my honor to be here together with you, Judge Vallone, and I look forward to working with you in the future.
Thank you very much.
Any other? Senator Stavisky.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Congratulations. And I feel like I'm more a member of the family, although I have served. Excuse me?
It's a big family.
Yeah. But we have to mention Judge Vallone's family because his grandfather, Charles Vallone, was a highly respected judge, and I believe the courthouse is named in his memory. His father was Speaker of the New York City Council, Peter Vallone Sr. His brother is a member of the New York City Council. I used to be involved in that area, and I worked very closely with his brother. And his other brother, Perry, is an attorney. And we should also mention your mother, who's a former teacher, Tina. And I know that back in Astoria, there's a very proud family that's listening and just as only parents can do to watch their son achieve position on the bench. So we congratulate you.
My mother is the one who runs everything.
I know that. She and I were involved in your brother's election.
Senator Diaz, I'll come back. You want to, Senator Savino?
Senator Diaz. I also want to congratulate first the governor on this wonderful selection and Judge Vallone for this appointment. People forget that even though I am a Staten Islander through and through these days, I was born and raised in Astoria, and there was a point in my life where I never had anyone represent me other than a Vallone. And I was proud to live in a community that was led by the Vallone family. There are certainly, as Senator Stavisky talked about, the commitment of the Vallone family to not just Queens County but the city of New York is reflected in everything that they have done, whether it's on the bench or in the city council. And so I'm very proud to be here today to help move this along. But I want to tell you a little bit about how humble they are. On Friday afternoon, I received a phone call from his brother, who was very excited about the idea that Judge Vallone was being nominated, but wanted to make sure that they didn't do anything untoward. So he wanted to, would it be okay if he actually reached out and spoke to members to, say that, I'm coming up and should I have this support? He wanted to make sure that what he was doing was honorable and correct. And I said, well, of course it would be, to reach out to the members of the Judiciary Committee and introduce yourself if you don't already know them. But that's the type of people the Vallone family are. They are committed to public service. They want to do things the right way. They're in it for the right reason, and that's why this is the right nomination. So congratulations to you, Judge Vallone.
Thank you very much, Senator Savino. Senator Diaz.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The Vallone family in the city of New York are very important, very known, very powerful. And sometimes in life you have to be grateful. You have to remember what people have done for you in life. And I remember in 1992, Peter Vallone Sr. was the city council speaker, and he appointed me the commissioner representing the Bronx in the Civilian Complaint Review Board. And I had to be grateful for that. And also when I was trying to find something for my son, my youngest son, Ruben Diaz Jr., who happens to be the board president now, the Bronx board president now, Peter Vallone Sr. Gave me the opportunity, gave my son the opportunity to be a messenger in the city council. So my son started as a messenger in the city council under the protection of Peter Vallone Sr. And I know our family, and I would like to express my appreciation to you, to your father, for all you have done and the opportunity that you gave me, your father, and my son. And I'm proud to be part of this committee that are here to confirm your nomination today. Thank you very much.
Any other senator wish to speak? I don't think we've met before, but I couldn't help thinking as a child of a family that was very well respected, puts a lot of pressure on a child as they go through life. And I would say that you've distinguished yourself. You're your own light, and we congratulate you for everything you've accomplished as a man individually. Now, Senator Lanza makes the motion. Do I have a second? Senator Savino, Senator Diaz, and Senator Stavisky. All in favor? Okay, congratulations, Senator Vallone.
Thank you very
Before
much.
we leave, important announcement. Tomorrow, Judiciary will be called off the floor to consider the nomination